Let's go. Getting ready, about to go live. You know we always have a good time, so count it down, make some noise, chat is open. If you're here, let us know, start the cheering. Let's have fun and start connecting. Your worries soon you'll be forgetting, 'cause you are here with us now. We are all friends. Sit back and relax, we can begin. Ready or not, here we go. We're all here, so let's start the show. This is the place to be, right here with you and me. Let's meet somebody new. Come and be inspired. The only thing required is to learn and have fun too. Experiment with us, in you we can trust. To live that streaming life, there's no need to be scared as long as you're prepared. Start the stream and feel alive. Online streaming is a journey. With every step we're always learning. So come with us, let's support each other. We can do everything all together. Ready or not, here we go. We're all here, so let's start the show. This is the place to be, right here with you and me. Let's meet somebody new. Come and be inspired. The only thing required is to learn and have fun too. Experiment with us, in you we can trust. To live that streaming life, there's no need to be scared as long as you're prepared. Start the stream and feel alive. Your adventure is starting. Nothing compares to streaming. This is the place to be, right here with you and me. Let's meet somebody new. Come and be inspired. The only thing required is to learn and have fun too. Experiment with us, in you we can trust. To live that streaming life, there's no need to be scared as long as you're prepared. Start the stream and feel alive.
Welcome everyone. Keith is already here. Hi, and of course, Lala, 4 a.m. and she's up and awake. And Marianne is here. And someone else from the same time zone as me. Einar, hello, hello. So nice to see you, everyone here. And yeah, say hello in the chat if you're here. And so, without much ado, I'll try to start this party. Anne Reihs lost 425 pounds and she is very public about it. You can watch her journey over the last 12 years on her YouTube channel. Creating content and losing weight are both a huge undertaking. So let's find out more about Anne's story. Hello, Anne. So nice to have you here. Welcome.
Thank you so much for having me, Marcus. I'm so happy to be here. And hello, everyone. Some of you I met at LIDA. I recognize your names. And in the intro, I saw some of your faces. It is so great to see you.
Yeah, and you will get into the intro too as soon as I have the time. I'm a bit behind. I had some more guests in the meantime. So yeah, but I said it, 425 pounds. You lost that amount, and it's an abstract number at first, but then I thought about I am overweight myself, and I was thinking if I would jump on your back and you had to walk around with me on your back, it would still be not that, as much as you lost, and it's really.
So you can imagine how much I can squat still.
Yeah, absolutely. And we have a picture from, is that about 12 years ago? Or?
This is, I think, about 2006, around that.
Okay,
this is
okay.
like very close to the highest weight. I had like a hip circumference of 2 meters 65 or something like that.
Oh,
I don't know the inches,
yeah.
but it gets worse. It's like with the pounds. I've never heard how much I lost in pounds.
Yeah.
This sounds really frightening, actually.
Absolutely. But when I see this picture, I think you're looking beautiful there on the picture. But of course, the issue is probably the woman I see on that picture will probably die young if she doesn't do anything, and has probably not the best quality of life. So
yeah, that's absolutely true. If I was like around 27 by that time, by the picture you see there, and I was actually about to die. I'm quite sure I'm now 45. I wouldn't have lived up until 45 if I would have stayed. I mean, it must have been about 600 pounds or so. I don't know in pounds, but in kilograms, it would be like 290 or something around those lines. And this is crazy. And that is the reason why I changed something in 2006. I went to work and the elevator was broken and I couldn't make it up into the third floor. It just didn't work. And then it grew on me. I have to change something. This can't go on like this. And then I just suddenly everybody was stalking me with things like this. For example, maybe you know the show from TLC, My 600-Pound Life. And I saw a woman who was cut out of her house, like really with the firefighters and everyone. And this traumatized me again. So I really made some very classical changes, like changing the diet, changing exercise. Yeah, now here I am with a normal weight and quite in shape, but it is a lot of years, of course.
Yeah, absolutely. And so I would like to talk about both those journeys you took, the journey with losing weight and then also the journey with, let's talk about that all in public. But I guess the weight was first. So so you had this wake-up call and really said to yourself something has to change. But of course, it's easier said than done.
Yeah, that is one thing. But then this is how it happened very quickly, kind of, because the first like 100 kilograms, they kind of fell off quite easily. And then it got hard. But I did not plan to go on YouTube, of course. This was per accident, more or less.
Okay.
Because,
Accident.
yeah, you can see it like this. I grew out of all of my clothes, and these extremely huge clothes I imported from the United States in 2006. In Germany, you couldn't have like
Yeah.
worn clothes that looked like for a woman. Maybe you would have, no, you couldn't
Yeah.
get any clothes
Just
actually.
wasn't possible. Yeah, okay.
And so I thought I sell those on eBay. And all of the people who bought my clothes asked me, how did you do that? And after like the 20th meal, I thought, well, maybe I should do a video about that, because then I can just give them the video link and I'm fine. And this is how it all happened.
Okay,
Practically.
you
It was
you
an
were tired
accident.
of answering all those questions over and over again, and then you just
Exactly.
put up a video. But I imagine that wasn't so easy to do, to be so public. You lost some weight by then, but probably not. You were still pretty overweight when you made the first
Of
video.
course.
Of course, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, of course. Like when I made the first video, I had something like I would call classic obesity, like not this super obesity that is with
Yeah.
BMI over 100 and you can hardly move and breathe thing, more to like this very voluptuous, very voluptuous woman. But I was already quite fit and I was fine with with like how I looked. For me, I was super skinny actually.
Okay, yeah. For you
Because I had
in
like so
comparison,
tiny
of
clothes.
course.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. It's really interesting. And I uploaded the video and thought it maybe will like maybe 20 people will see it again when they ask me questions. This was my expectation. I didn't thought anyone would like care a lot about this, or that it could probably pick up some quite amount of views and find some very crazy haters, kind of, and of course a community as well.
Yeah.
So it's not
Absolutely.
all bad or all good. It's just like a mixture of things.
Yeah, let's go there. So you found haters. I mean, before you decided to upload a video, were you self-conscious about it? You felt skinny, of course, because you had the comparison to before, but you knew people wouldn't probably see you as skinny. Was there some reluctance to show yourself?
Absolutely not, because
Okay.
yes, I was super obese before the first weight loss, and I was still super obese when I just made this video, but I grew up with being super obese. So this was like my status quo. It was fine, kind of, but I never exposed myself to a million people.
Yeah.
But I just, in my head, I thought maybe 20 people.
Okay.
And if I'm really like lucky or unlucky, however you want to put it, maybe 100, it's not a big thing, because I wasn't like aspiring to become a YouTuber. This was like the accident.
Yeah, okay. How many people watched the first video you made?
The first video, I removed it
Okay.
completely because it was not tolerable. The comments weren't, not the
Oh,
video.
okay.
It was bad quality, but it was like a very old video camera, so it was
Sure.
bad quality. But the comments, people can be so ridiculously mean.
Yeah.
But I just had to remove it. I couldn't stand it. It had like 4 million views when I just
Okay.
put it away, because I just even know where it went viral. Was it YouTube or something? Because I never like tracked any kind of like statistics or something, because I was not interested in the YouTube thing. And suddenly all my emails were overflowing with this mean stuff. I did not really get what it is. And then I found out it was the comments under the videos. And
Okay.
then
Yes.
I said goodbye to this video. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And what did that do with you? How did you feel about getting all this hate? How did you deal with that?
It was quite complicated because, of course, I was hurt a little, but I was even more so hurt for a lot of people with obesity out there who feel not so confident with it because many didn't grow up with it, so they didn't know what was like how to deal with that people. And when they read it, because besides the haters, I got some really nice community, and some of them I still have them like with me all of the time. They are so appreciated, and I love them very much. And this is the reason why I still intend to make content, because otherwise I would have like turned my back and yeah, would have left that accident. But I didn't. I
Yeah.
just killed the videos that are not very nice, because I got a lot of emails from the nice people who said, I cannot read that. It really hurts me.
Yeah.
And it was, I don't understand what this, like, who do you have to be to write something under a video like that? It does not say much about me.
Of
They
course. Yeah.
talk about themselves. It's just, but it was really frightening. And so, yeah, I deleted it. And everyone was happy in the community because, like, my girls didn't like that.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. So, but you already mentioned it would be because it's really discouraging to get all these mean and hateful comments, but you also found a community really quick, and that was what kept you going and making something out of this accident, that accidental
that's right.
success. Okay. And how did you then go with growing the community and developing your content and community?
I just tried different video formats, but I was never like conscious about it, like trying to find out how to make videos that are professional, how to do tags, how to do search engine optimization or search optimization, anything of that. I did not do that. I just was very naive. Maybe because of this, like going viral of the first video, I thought, well, it seems to work by itself. And of course, that's wrong. We oh no, I had to learn this is wrong. And yeah, that's something that made me just stop YouTube for a while and the other social media stuff too. Just,
What exactly did make you stop? Uh,
I just felt discouraged by YouTube didn't seem to like me. This was
okay.
my idea of what happened, because before I just posted a video, a really bad video, just some pictures, the before and after thing, which is always what has the best views still. And you can only show this so many times, in my opinion. So I made recipe
Of
videos and
course.
stuff, and YouTube kind of like hated it. And it didn't give me the views I was used to. And this is like, looking back, it's absolutely ridiculous. We all know this. You have to work for views, no matter if you like had a viral video. So sometimes I wish this video wouldn't have happened. On the other hand, would I have ever thought about becoming a YouTuber? Probably not, because
Yeah.
it was because of this accident and suddenly being viral in like this way, that I just thought maybe I can add to the community and I can help other people with obesity to get more clear on how to manage their disease and get better without listening to all this calories in, calories out. You just have to eat less and exercise more. Well, no, it's wrong, because if you think about it, eat less, exercise more, you get hungry. Hunger always wins. So why do they tell you that? It's like they invite you to a buffet in at night and say it's all you can eat, what will you do? You in the day you will eat less and maybe you go exercise to come hungry. But if you talk obesity, you talk about of years of hunger. Nobody can do that. So that's why I thought maybe I have to stay in the game because I don't want anyone to go down that route because it's so discouraging to try and try over and over again and fail and think it's you who are failing while it's actually the faulty advice that is failing. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's why
absolutely.
I'm on
Yeah.
YouTube.
Okay, because you have a mission and
Oh, yeah.
yeah. So yeah, and it's still by many people overweight is still viewed as someone is lazy or just not trying or that doesn't have any discipline, and that of course makes it very hard and to get the help someone needs.
Absolutely. That's why I always suggest like go to the professionals, go to the doctors who actually treat obesity, not to any doctor because most doctors are not trained in obesity and not
Yeah.
trained in nutrition and they will tell you bullshit to just
Yeah.
say it like this because it is bullshit. You won't
Yeah.
get healthy by doing things you cannot do for the rest of your life because this is the other part of the truth that's maybe a bit unnerving. If you start the journey, you have to do whatever you do to lose the weight for the rest of your life. That
Yeah.
is like the fact. So going on a very low calorie diet, for example, is very common. And at the same time, who just wants to be hungry until they die? Oh my God. I just don't
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah, and Lala was asking, how did you keep the weight at bay, Anne? And yeah, you just have to constantly keep
Yeah, I
doing
just
what you're doing.
constantly go like hit the gym. I have a very nice diet, I think. I'm a carnivore. I just eat straight meat to all occasions and mostly meat and butter and eggs. Yeah, that's pretty
Oh,
much so.
that sounds not so bad. Yeah.
And the interesting thing is, it's that started per accident as well, actually, because I had so much stress, and then I thought I have no time to cook the freaking vegetables because before I switched to like carnivore, I ate like keto diet for a long time and had a lot of vegetables, and you have to prepare them and do all these things, and I had like absolutely no time. And then I thought prioritize protein. This is like the most important thing you have to do when you want to lose weight and keep the weight off. And so I prioritized the protein. So I ate carnivore practically, and it worked so well. I was like flashed because it I lost another 22 pounds around that just without even
Right.
trying. And I'm eating so much calories. Sometimes it's 3,000 calories in a day. So I think, well, maybe all
If
the
it works, it
officials got
works.
everything wrong. And
Yeah.
yeah, that is what happened. And then I got my labs back and they were better than ever. My doctor said, "Wow, that's great. Are you vegan now?" It's like,
No,
oh my God, more like
absolutely not.
0%
Yeah.
vegan.
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, and it looks like many things in your life starts by accident, and then you embrace it
Yeah,
do something with it. Yeah, absolutely. And
I like accidents.
yeah, it's always you see them as opportunity, and then yeah,
Yeah, absolutely.
okay. But yeah, you had really big success with YouTube and with social media, and then it got harder, and you kept doing it and had to adapt, and yeah. So how important was that part of producing content for you? Mainly to serve the community, or
I
was it also a
really
business side to it? Or
Yes, it will have a business side in the
Will, okay.
future, but it wasn't like business oriented before. But the more I see how much work I have to put into it, I have to make it a business. Otherwise, I mean, everybody has to work, right?
Yeah.
And usually I'm an author, so I write books most of the time about sexy guys who are getting the hottest girls.
You have
And
so many. We could talk for 10 hours probably about
oh
everything you
yeah,
do.
I'm so sure about that. This is what I usually do, but when I do that, it takes me the whole day and there is not so much time left. But after all these years, like it's almost like 15 years, I think, that I really dig deep into what really is nutrition, what really is health, how does this all this bariatrics work to get behind the scheme of things and to really help people with obesity. And is it really a good idea then to sit down and let the hot guy get the hot girl? I'm not so sure. So I can be much better for the community if I do something that is much needed. I think it's really much needed. There's so much, like, it's not a lie. Like, for example, this calorie deficit thing is, it's not a lie, but it's not true because most of the truth is missing still. And
Yeah.
unless you fix the missing link, you cannot really lose weight for a long time. But it's getting better. A lot of
Yeah.
very good studies are coming out just now. And we see this with, like, even with the pharmacotherapy, like with the injections you can get, because they understood how obesity works and that this is not like you not being disciplined. It's actually like the World Health Organization accepted it as a chronic disease in 2005 or something. I think nobody knows this, but it's
Yeah.
it's actually nothing like discipline or anything like that. That's why I think I have to say bye bye to the hot guys.
The hot guys in the
And
books. Okay.
yeah, I'm so sorry for them.
Do you publish under your real name or do you have a
Now I have
pseudonym?
like
Okay.
a pseudonym,
Okay.
and I would like to keep it that way
Yeah, yeah,
because
yeah.
it's
It's
like
perfectly fine.
more, like they are
Yeah.
very naked often.
Okay. Yeah, it's fascinating. Yeah, but I think um, the content you create, it's of course it's also about giving people information and knowledge, but they could also get that with a book or with some experts. I think it's really the part of community, of bringing people together, of going and showing your before pictures and be public about that. That is probably the most helpful thing for your audience.
Yeah, YouTube thinks that too because if
Okay.
like it's just, but it's so frustrating. I don't like to just do like every day a short about like the before and after. I feel so bad about
Yeah,
it
but
because
that
this
was
is
not
not who
what
I
I
am.
meant. Yeah, that was not what I meant. Okay, probably maybe that is the most successful, but just to build the community and not to make content about before and after, but to say I understand it because I went through it. It was more the
Yeah,
part I meant.
that's true.
I think that's the really powerful thing if you do content.
You just don't feel so alone anymore because a lot of
Yeah,
people just really think, oh my gosh, I'm just, something is wrong with me. I just can't control my eating. I'm always failing. When you find someone you can you can identify with and see, look at this, that woman just made it, and I'm just kind of a hybrid. I don't know how to pronounce this, but whatever. I think everybody knows what I mean because
yeah,
the remainder of my weight I lost like with the conventional thing, like just lifestyle switch and eating differently, and the rest of it I just got help with bariatric surgery because this changes the endocrine system that is the
yeah.
issue. And this is so amazing, actually, to be on both sides, because usually you find someone who's either one, like conventional and says, yeah, it's all about counting calories, and if you can't do it, it's your fault. Or the, yeah, I just had gastric bypass and now I have to do nothing, which is absolutely wrong, because since I had
Of
this, I had
course.
to get even more disciplined with what I eat and how I work out.
Yeah. And Laura says the photo says it all. Very inspiring. And ask how long did it take to reach your ideal weight and health goals?
I am like at a normal weight since 2019. So if I started 2006, it's better if someone else do the math, because
Oh,
I'm not good with
the
that.
math. You have to do the math.
Yeah, ooh, that looks fancy.
Yeah, first time I used that button. So. And hello, Sylvie. First time here. Welcome. First time as always get
Yeah,
confetti.
that's my friend.
That's so
I just
great.
invited her over. So glad to see you here.
Yeah, fantastic. Thank you for coming. And yeah, YouTube wants you to always make the before and after, but yeah, it should be about more than that, of course, and you figure that out. But nevertheless, now you don't we don't see that overweight woman anymore. See a very healthy woman. And did you have to adapt also because it's not instantly recognizable? I am one of you to your viewers.
I just not to the viewers, because even if I would do like a recipe video or on a live stream, I always start with this before and after, that someone who's like new on the channel
Yeah, get the
just like gets
context.
the idea. So this is very helpful, but I actually have to still adapt a lot, because I feel obese. It's wrong. It's not that I try to lose weight, but it's like, for example, I go into a cafe and I see the chairs, and for a slight second, I think, oh my God, I'm not gonna fit in. And
Okay.
but are things, I don't know how long it will take until that goes away, because it's really like panic that, oh my God, it looks so small and so like not as if I could ever sit on it. And this
So
is
your
so weird.
mind didn't realize yet that you're not obese anymore. It's because
Yes,
it was practically your whole life until a few
absolutely.
years ago. Yeah. Yeah.
And
Okay.
that's something, this will be an ongoing process. And the other thing is, of course, that there is some new viewership, because before, like the weight loss thing, I just had mostly female viewers. And as of now, there are some more like male viewers with weird questions. I maybe have to learn to deal with that, because I never had to deal with anything like that. And sometimes I don't even understand it and think, what is
Okay.
going on? I
And
don't
you
know.
switched your content to live stream, so it's very
That's what
distracting to get
I'm
weird questions, of course.
absolutely, but thank God, now I know I don't have to show every comment,
Yeah, of course not.
and
Yeah.
that I have to read it first,
Yeah.
because in the first few lives I just showed all the people comments that were really weird.
Yeah.
That's,
Yeah, I think especially as a woman, it's much harder to stream live. It shouldn't be that way, but it can be. Yeah.
I in parts I understand it from the perspective of, like, for example, the thumbnail, because they might don't even read what the video is about. They think, oh my God, a woman in a bikini, I just go watch that. And of course I do not live stream in a bikini. I don't do that.
So
And then they
we
are
have the
quite
bikini here.
disappointed.
So
Yeah.
okay.
And this is like usually for showing purposes. Like
Sure.
people can better see if you were just in practically underwear, but I don't feel comfortable showing myself in underwear. That's why I always pick bathing clothes, because I wear them outside all of the time. So it's more normal than underwear. But so you can really see what is possible if you
Yeah,
put
makes
all
sense.
of your mind and heart into it. And specifically for women, I experience how motivating it is to see you can go from this like 10XL extremely huge woman to a normal looking woman.
Yeah,
Like,
absolutely.
and that is, yeah, it's something you can even tell this is like sex cells, but targeting women,
Yeah,
because
sure.
many of like my followers, they just grew up like me, like as an obese child and then an obese teenager. They never had like this like showing your belly or wearing a bikini or doing things like that, and it's just showing them what is possible, and this
Absolutely.
is making everybody of us very happy.
Yeah. But when I look back at this picture, I think I see that you even back then were very conscious about style. It was you didn't think, oh, I'm overweight. I can't make a nice looking photo. So
No, I was like, it was not my exterior that I was not fine with, but it was like simply not being able to breathe and walk
yeah,
and do like all day errands. It was hard.
yeah,
I woke up in the morning and my knees already hurt. So I knew when I go back to bed, it will be much worse. And it
yeah,
starts the next day over again. And everything was like, make me a little anxious, like going out with colleagues after work. There was always this question, will I fit into the chair? Or will it maybe crash under my weight? And will
yeah,
they look how much I eat and stuff? Like there was so much things in my mind going on that was no quality of life. So I
yeah,
always like imported my clothes from the United States to be stylish, because they had like very stylish feminine clothes in like, my size was pretty much to what there was, but it was still a good range I could pick from. In Germany, I got nothing.
yeah.
I
Of
just,
course.
if I just needed something like tomorrow or so, I just had to go into this like hoodie area where they had 10 or 12 XL, and then I could squeeze myself in, but it was still quite tight, which I did not appreciate so much to see all the rolls, but I had no choice.
Yeah, of
But
course.
when I had the choice, I imported clothes to just, I think it's very important, no matter like how much you weigh, is that you just take care of yourself and respect yourself by styling yourself and clothing yourself the way you feel good. And
Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah, it's really so fascinating. But um, yeah. So you didn't have a business side or strategy earlier with your content, but you said, okay, in the future you will have. So what are your thoughts or your plans there?
actually, I'm working on my book about obesity. So it will be like an obesity book from an obese person who's no longer obese. So I think this is a book I definitely need to write, at least for my community, but I think there are a lot of more people who will like to read that. This is like my product, and I will just make more YouTube videos in the future. Actually, I think I'm monetized. I'm not so sure about this. Please don't look at me. I know here are a lot of YouTube cracks.
No, no
But
worries. Yeah.
This is not about like making directly money with the monetization, but more with like products I actually use every day and I love, where I can like have like affiliate and other cooperations that allow both parties to just earn some money with it and the viewer to get great deals and great content, because I actually only work with like companies that I buy things myself from. And I think this will be working just fine.
Okay,
I
and
hope so.
yeah, it sounds like a very good plan. And so you already know how to write books now. You just take out the hot guys with the hot girls and write about
Yeah,
your own
about very
experience.
hot
Yeah.
adipocytes.
Yeah, yeah, that sounds like a very good idea, and I think
It's such an interesting topic if you tell it the right way. Of
yeah,
course, nobody wants to hear something about fat cells, I know, but I have grown to love fat cells very much. Such an fascinating organ, if you call it that. And I just even gave them names to
wow,
make it easier accessible for everyone. So it's almost a little bit like hot guys and hot girls and something in
the hot
between,
fat
like a
cells.
real life.
Okay, so now I want to read the book.
That's
Just have to
good.
wait
That
until
was the
you're
plan.
okay. Yeah, I think it will be probably more interesting to me than the hot guys and the hot girls.
Yeah, I guess so. Because there again, mostly read by women.
Okay,
It's
yeah,
let's call it porn for women.
okay,
That's what I do. So I don't
okay,
think you would like that very much. I have like some readers who are actually like coming back and communicate a lot, who are male, but this is an exception. It's not what
okay,
actually happens every day.
okay. So you have a way to get comments from readers, or
Yes, I have like some context with a lot of them actually, because we talk about what you want next, kind
okay,
of, because I want them to be very happy. And I actually haven't written a book about hot guys and hot girls in a long time. And I'm so ashamed it will not happen very soon, because the adipocytes, they are just having all my time right now. They are very hot too,
yeah,
but not naked
yeah,
most of the
yeah.
time.
Well, I really need to read that book. Um, I think we'll find out on your Instagram if you finish the book, and
Oh, yeah,
you will make YouTube videos about it, I guess, and then
that's very sure.
yeah,
And I want to make recipe books, if that sounds weird, because I only eat carnivorous food, but I do very great keto recipes because my husband gets some keto stuff as well, like cakes and stuff. You need some other ingredients, and that makes very good content because everybody loves good recipes about that. And
yeah,
I'm so passionate about food because I like eating food so much more, since I have in control how much I want and what I will eat. And when I ate, I'm satiated. It's a game changer. Since then, I like recipes and eating, cooking, and talking about food. Before, it was like horrible because I
sure.
thought, oh my God, now we talk about food and now give me some.
Yeah, yeah. The worst time to hear about food is if you're feeling hungry. It's not
Exactly.
really when you want to hear about that. Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, so you had your YouTube channel for over 12 years, but only recently you decided now to shift that and make a business out of it. Was it a hard decision? Or
Yeah, it is a hard decision because if you want to make a business out of it, you suddenly have to just really think about how can I make a good video? Like, not only anything to just upload it and you don't care about the views. And the reach, but you actually have to be quite mindful about what you're gonna do. And this stresses me out a lot because I have to learn that. But it's
Okay.
super interesting to learn. For example, I just learned eCam a couple months ago. I'm not like the best in it already, but live streaming is super great. I love it. I just want to do it for everything if it would work, but for recipe videos and some information videos, it's just not practical because I talk too much, as you might have noticed.
Okay. Yeah. But I think live streaming is really very powerful for community building. And then if you want to reach new viewers, probably better to make some higher produced content. And yeah, just we have Paul Burke in the house. So hello. He can't imagine the 425 pounds, so we show it again. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the crazy thing about this is that because I'm hiding behind this jacket, you don't see it all, which is good because this was a picture for my husband,
Okay.
not like for the internet usually. But however, I'm my body is quite proportioned, even if it is like the 600-pound version you see around there. And that's why I never look like as big as, for example, a friend of mine. She was, I I don't know, maybe 500 pounds and the same size, but she looked so much bigger because her body is proportioned differently. She had like skinnier arms and skinnier legs and has like is all belly and booty thing, and that's why yeah, she looked so much heavier. We were all surprised when she like stepped on the scale, and she was so much lighter than me, like
Okay.
50 kilograms. I
Okay.
I wasn't expecting that, but the body shape is quite interesting, and it still is interesting because I'm a tall woman, and it's all like everywhere, which is kind of good if you want to look like not as big as you are.
The distribution, okay, is very important.
Yeah,
But it's something you can't really influence.
no, that's genetics
Yeah,
mostly.
yeah, absolutely. Yeah, so your plan is the book. How far
Abs-
along are you with the book?
I think it's like the text is maybe a little more than half of it I
Okay,
already have. But after I finish the whole text, the real work begins because I have to reevaluate every study and everything I linked
okay,
because so much new stuff came out. Because suddenly all the researchers woke up and finally realized, okay, obesity is a disease. Oh my God, I didn't guess that. So many new
yeah,
things are coming up, and they are really good for like us as the community with obesity or with ex obesity. And I just don't want to like let this pass by. I just want to have
okay,
this in my book because it's so great.
okay. And when you're done with that, then it has to go out of the gate very fast before it all changes again.
Yeah, that's very important. But
Yeah.
I maybe or quite sure I will self-publish, that we do not like sit on the manuscript for 4 years
Okay.
until somebody had the time to read it finally. And so it won't take long. When it's ready, then it just goes to like correction, and then it goes, yeah, into the market.
Great. And what else are your plans, content wise, business wise?
I just want to reintegrate more of like the life after aspect into
Yeah.
YouTube, because I think even if you are like starting the journey or like in the middle of the way, it's good to see that there are so much things, so much new opportunities. Like for example, I want to learn belly dancing. This is something new to me, and I want to travel in the future because I did not travel a lot because I didn't fit into a plane. I've heard some American people do not care. They fit into any plane, even if they need three
Okay.
seats. But I
Yeah.
didn't do that. So I just have some traveling to do to look at some parts of the world. I
Great.
really feel like curious if it's really as nice as it looks on Instagram. Probably not, but
Yeah. So you
I want to
can
see
come
for
to
myself.
Switzerland. You can use the train, and there it is
Yeah,
beautiful for
that's true.
sure. Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
And
I
these
can
are like
guarantee.
things like I really like, and of course showing recipes I really like because I want people to feel how nice it is when you cook your own food because you have every ingredient under control,
Yeah.
and it's very satisfying when you can like make your own food, and at the same time it helps you to reach the goal because the more you eat out, the more convenience, the more fast food, whatever, this is something that it has priority, and I think it even has some chances to be a well appreciated content because people are looking for recipes all of the time, and specifically in this niche,
Yeah.
like
For sure.
in how can I eat a meal that satiates me but does not bring me so many calories at the same time.
Absolutely.
Oops.
Yeah. And
Yeah, there was like a sound. I don't know if you heard that.
yeah,
I
yeah.
hope
No,
not.
don't worry about it. uh, yeah. Before when you said more about the life after, I was thinking there is this concept of people putting a picture of a thinner version of themselves on the fridge to see the goal, and maybe you can be the living version of the picture and motivate people see that is what you can achieve and what you get back in life, and yeah, be a
Yeah, just
really big
how
motivation there.
absolutely. It's like the sizzling of the steak. This is what actually sells the steak, not like if somebody tells you it's just the cow X, Y, Z. I don't know. But it's the sizzling and the nice smell, and you're just expecting that it will be very, very good
Yeah,
because of that, not because somebody told you it's just whatever freaking cow this comes from, but because it's just, yeah, so inviting. And that's what I just want to do because my life actually feels really good.
yeah,
So I need to share more of that. I didn't think about that. I actually learned that on Lida that this might be a part of what I could have as content, and that people would like that as well because I would go nuts if I have to do a before and after every day. This is just
yeah,
mm,
sure. And it gets old at some point. And it's yeah. I mean, it's not just about the number of views and subscribers, but also the quality. And if you think of it as a business, then if someone just wants to watch for the, oh wow, that's crazy, okay, why not? But it's probably not your future customer or member of the community. So it's
that's
really,
true.
yeah,
And that's why, and just simply because I would go crazy, it was even hard struggle to remind myself that in every video I have a tiny fraction of that in the beginning for people who are new because
yeah,
I think it's just annoying because I do this every time. But of course, it's so short that nobody who watches every time feel annoyed. But if you are absolutely new to the channel and see me talking about obesity, then you think I might have body dysmorphia or something
yeah,
because
yeah. I think it's
big,
very good if you give context there, and yeah, and with showing a few pictures, it's done much quicker than if you would have to explain it every time. And yeah, so it's the same thing I did for this thumbnail, and I was never so happy about the thumbnail I made because I know the theory is it should tell a story, and usually it's really hard to do. How do you put a concept just into a little picture? And I thought this one was so much easier. But it's then not the whole video, just before, after, before, after. It's just giving context, and I think that makes sense.
Yeah, absolutely. And even if you have like things like 425 pounds, I don't know how much that is. It should be 210 kilograms because this is what I actually lost.
Okay. Oh no, I calculated from 193 because I read that on your channel. So
That's
so it's
true
even
because I
more.
lost more.
Oh, okay.
It's just always, it's still coming off, which is so crazy because
How many kilograms did you say?
210.
210.
And this is
No.
even like the old number, but I didn't weigh myself this year. I only weigh myself once a
Okay,
year
now
when I
we're
go
at
to the doctor.
463 pounds. So,
Ooh, that's more,
yeah.
even more crazy.
Yeah.
And this is like the data from last year, and I've again like lost some fat. I see this in my personal. I have like before and after, and some circumferences. I always measure, so it's still coming off, and I eat a ton load of calories. So I'm
Yeah.
quite sure the calorie idea is quite wrong. That it has not so much to do with weight loss because okay, I'm tall, but I don't know. It's weird because I eat double as much as some people my height and they are gaining. So,
Yeah. Yeah, so I think it's really also important to watch each case differently because it's very each person is different then again. But what I learned is if you just reduce the calories and do nothing else, it's the problem is that our body is very clever and is thinking, oh, we are in danger of starving, so we need to be much more efficient, and then it will just try to conserve much more of these calories. So yeah, that made a lot of sense to me. That you
yeah,
have to do more than
that's
just eat less. Yeah.
yeah, eat less is just you have to deal with what causes hunger, and that is not eating essential nutrients. And if you
Yeah.
focus on nutrients, then you're off to a good start because you will be satiated, and then you will eat less, like without being hungry, but just simply because you're not hungry. And
Yeah.
this is so much better than torturing yourself with trying to not eat while you sit there
Yeah.
starving. And then someone prances around with a pizza in front of your nose. And now your
Yeah.
diet is forgotten and you've got some pizza for yourself. That's why I always say focus on satiety. Then this
Yeah.
is much easier. It is slower. It is slower than like reducing crazy amounts of calories. Then you have maybe a couple of weeks where you lose more, but then it won't work because the pizza problem.
Yeah, but I mean, it took years to gain the weight, so it will take usually years
Absolutely.
to lose it. And I would say everyone who is just wants to lose more than just that little bit that doesn't feel right anymore should really consult professional help. And Stan says
Yes.
everyone's metabolism is different, exactly, and there's so many factors. And Lala says, sharing is caring. Glad that you decided to share your journey and inspire others to take the challenge. And yeah, that's what I absolutely agree. It's one of the most inspiring things for me to see if someone helps others just by open up. And yeah, maybe a part of that wasn't so hard for you to do because you didn't have much reservation, but it still takes a lot of courage and effort to do that. But it is also so rewarding, I think.
Yeah. It's sometimes hard not to like hide myself when I feel like something is not going so well. And
Yeah.
I try to be more open about it and like more vulnerable. But sometimes that isn't even super necessary. I think it's just because once I'm live, I'm just me. And
Okay.
then everything works fine. Life made my life so much better because life, I'm just me and it's fine and I can be open and vulnerable. When I sit down and intentionally make a video, I'm just more official. It does not really work in the same
Yeah,
way.
makes sense. I mean, of course, we're overthinking more if it's pre-recorded, and live even gives us the permission to not be so perfect because people
Yes,
know, yeah, it's live, and of course we would have that permission in recorded as well, but we don't think that we do because it has to be perfect.
yeah, because we can cut it out
Yeah,
practically.
absolutely.
And the other thing about life is like the people who are there. I appreciate this because, like, for example, everyone's metabolism is different. If this would be like a show on my channel where I talk about these things all the time, this would have been such a great question or command to like
Yeah,
dive deeper into things everybody should understand to just get along well and do the right decisions and probably like see a professional or just tweak what they are doing if it's not working the way they want by understanding that every metabolism is different and understand what
yeah,
is metabolism. This is like so nice about life because in a pre-recorded video nobody asks you anything
yeah,
but your script probably, but that's pretty much it.
yeah. But it's not the same as having a conversation. So yeah, and now time already flew by once again, but
Yes,
it was very, very interesting. Thank you for sharing
thank you.
all that, uh, the pictures, and even your secret author
Yeah.
side, and the soon to come official author side, and yeah.
Thank you so
Let me
much
know
for
when
giving me.
let me know when the book is here, and then we maybe can talk again. That would be a
Yeah,
great
sure, that would be
opportunity.
great. Thank you so
And
much for inviting me over. And everybody from your community, thank you so much for watching. It was a pleasure.
yeah, okay, you already thanked everyone, so I just thank
Yeah,
you
so
and perfect. No, no, I love it. Okay, no, I really appreciate that you took the time to, and yeah, you're a big inspiration with what you're doing. Keep going,
thank you so much.
and that's it for today. Thank you, everyone. Bye.
Thank you.